Hello everyone. So today we're going to study about the chapter that is our environment. So what is environment? Environment, the surrounding or conditions in which living organisms lives or operates is called environment. The surrounding consists of people, places, things, animals and nature. These are the components of environment. Now, environment basically comprises of two different things, that is natural and man-made. Natural includes mountain, animals, trees, rivers. Man-made includes road, car, books and clothes. Next comes your components of environment. Here we can see there are two main components of environment, that is natural and human made. Natural includes hydrosphere, lithosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. And human made things such as buildings, parks, bridge, road, etc. We're going to study one by one that what are natural and what are man-made environment. Here we can see human are the individual, they got family, community, religion, educational, economic and political situation. Next comes here natural environment. Natural environment includes both biotic and abiotic components. Biotic components are the living things such as plants, animals, bacteria and so on. And abiotic things are water, soil, air, light and mineral. Natural environment includes lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, biosphere and the ecosystem. One by one we are going to study about this. In this picture you can see the atmosphere, biosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere. First comes our lithosphere. It is rocky outermost layer or the solid crust of the earth. It is made up of rocks and minerals. That is why it is called source of mineral wealth. Next comes your hydrosphere. It consists of those elements of nature which have water. As we all know, water is very important for all life forms. Water bodies are like rivers, lakes, seas and ocean. And water is found in three states: solid, liquid and gas. Here is the water cycle. Water cycle, you must have studied what is that. Here in this, when sun rays it falls on the water surface, then due to heat the water get evaporated and it changes its form and it becomes gaseous in state. Once it become a gaseous state, then it forms a water droplets and cools down, and again it forms into a liquid state. This process is called condensation. Here in a cloud, the small droplets of water get collected and it continues until it becomes a large droplet. When it becomes large due to heaviness, it falls on the earth again in the form of rain or water, and this process is called precipitation. Next comes your atmosphere. Atmosphere is a blanket of air that surrounds the earth. The gravitational force of the earth holds the atmosphere around it. It protects us from harmful radiation of sun's ultraviolet rays. It consists of gas, dust particles and water vapors. What is the composition of air? Here we can see in this picture that 78% is nitrogen, 20.9% is oxygen and the rest are the different gases such as argon, carbon dioxide. Next comes the layers of atmosphere. Atmosphere got different layers. As we move up, the higher what happens, the temperature gets on decreasing. First layer is a troposphere, which is 7 kilometers above the earth's surface. Then stratosphere, it is a ozone layer. Here we can find ozone in abundance, which is 50 kilometers above. Then mesosphere, it is the coolest area. And then thermosphere. Next comes your biosphere. What is biosphere? The narrow zone where lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere meet attract is called biosphere. Here all the three layers, lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere, they interact with each other. It consists of plants and animal kingdom, which is called living world. Next comes your ecosystem. What is ecosystem? An ecosystem is all the plants and animals that live in a particular area together with the complex relationship that exists between them and their environment. For example, a small pond. Small pond is an example of ecosystem. Why? Because here different species such as fish, frog, algae and water plant such as lotus and lily live. Next comes here human made environment. Human beings are the part of environment and it is influenced by that. We are totally dependent on the environment, but as the population is kept on increasing, then what happened? To meet the human needs, to fulfill the demand, we need to cut down the forest to meet the demands such as firework, constructions and establishment of industries. Animals are also being killed for their skin, food and for the fun also, such as hunting. So these things brings adverse effect to the environment. Here we can see the effect. What are the adverse effect of human activities on environment? First one is inappropriate disposal of harmful industrial waste into water bodies makes the water unfit for the survival of aquatic plants and animals. We all know if we throw domestic or industrial waste in aquatic in a water, then all water bodies will not be able to survive. Excessive use of chemical fertilizer leads to soil acidification and depletion of soil nutrients. Deforestation leads to soil erosion and soil fertility. Deforestation also leads to decrease the amount of rainfall and extinction of wild animals. It's very clear wild animals, their home is forest, and if we cut down the forest, then they'll become homeless and slowly they will become extinct. Increase in the number of floods, droughts, landslides are some other adverse effect of human activity. So from this chapter, what conclusion we get is that we human beings are totally dependent on the environment. We are responsible to save our environment and we should avoid such activities which harms the environment. And the basic first thing what we can do is to plant more and more trees to save our environment. Thank you.